What if the last living dinosaur on Earth is not in a museum, not in a fossil, and not in a movie, but hiding right now beneath the dark waters of the Congo Rainforest? And what if the people who went looking for it never came back? Deep inside Africa lies a world that time forgot. The Congo Rainforest, over 1.4 million square miles of jungle, so dense, so wild, so unexplored that scientists believe less than 1% of it has ever been seen by human eyes. Local tribes speak of creatures that should not exist, of lights that move through the night with no source, of a beast rising from the river that makes the entire forest go silent. This is not myth, this is the Congo. And what it is hiding may change everything we think we know about life on this planet. The Congo Rainforest stretches across 6 nations: the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo, Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Gabon, and Equatorial Guinea. It is the second largest tropical rainforest on Earth after the Amazon. But many who have studied both say the Congo is far more mysterious. Beneath its towering canopy, sunlight rarely reaches the forest floor. Everything lives in deep green shadow, wrapped in mist and the constant sound of rain. Scientists have documented over 10,000 species of plants here, nearly 30% of which exist nowhere else on Earth. Over 400 species of mammals call this jungle home, and biologists believe that millions of species of insects and microorganisms are still waiting to be named. This forest is not just a place, it is its own world entirely. The silverback gorilla is the great symbol of the Congo, the largest primate on Earth, reaching 6 feet tall and over 440 pounds. Yet, despite their power, silverbacks are surprisingly gentle. They lead their troops through gesture and calm authority, rarely through violence. They mourn their dead, they care for their young, they communicate using more than 20 distinct sounds, and today they are being pushed toward extinction by hunting and the destruction of their forest home. The African forest elephant is smaller than its savanna cousin, but far more elusive. It lives in the darkest, densest sections of the rainforest, where light almost never reaches the ground. Its tusks are thinner and curved, built for moving between tightly packed trees. Scientists call it the engineer of the ecosystem. Through uprooting trees, digging soil, and spreading seeds, it quietly rebuilds the forest around it, and yet it is hunted relentlessly for those same tusks. Then there is the Congo black panther, what locals call the spirit of the night. In truth, it is a leopard with a rare genetic mutation that turns its entire coat jet black. It moves without sound, it strikes without warning, it can leap over 20 feet and scale a tree in seconds. Local people believe it only appears when the forest itself is in danger, and they may not be wrong. Beneath the muddy river water lurks the Congo River crocodile, smaller than its Nile relative, but faster and more aggressive. Its eyes glow red in the dark. Studies show its genetic structure is so distinct it may represent an entirely separate evolutionary branch, unchanged for millions of years, a living relic, a creature that belongs to another era. And yet, here it is, alive and hunting in the rivers of the Congo. But none of these animals are what draws explorers to risk their lives in the Congo. That honor belongs to something else entirely. Deep within the Likuala swamps, where mist hangs so thick you cannot see 10 feet in front of you, and where sunlight never reaches the water, local tribes speak of a creature they call Mokele. In the Lingala language, the name means the one who stops the river from flowing. They describe it consistently across different tribes, different regions, separated by hundreds of miles. A neck as long as a serpent, a body as massive as an elephant, a tail that strikes the water like a hammer. It feeds on riverbank plants. It is slow and calm, unless humans come too close. Then it overturns boats with a single movement and disappears back beneath the surface. In 1913, German explorer Carl Hagenbeck, after hearing these reports, proposed something that shocked the scientific world, that a living sauropod dinosaur might still be surviving inside the Congo swamps. The idea seemed impossible. real. Yet the reports kept coming. Expedition after expedition entered those swamps. They brought cameras, sonar equipment, even helicopters. What they found was limited, but impossible to fully explain. Massive three-toed footprints pressed deep into the mud, matching no known animal in Africa. Blurred photographs of something large moving beneath the water. And in 1980, American explorer Herman Regustus recorded a 10-second underwater sound that experts later described as a low-frequency call belonging to no known mammal, no crocodile, and no elephant alive today. Regustus believed he had found Mokele-Mbembe, but before he could get it on film, it vanished into the mist. Some scientists suggest the creature could be a hippo seen from an unusual angle, or a swimming elephant, but the footprints don't match, the sounds don't match, and the descriptions, given independently by people who have never met, match each other almost perfectly. Others believe Mokele-Mbembe is not a dinosaur at all, but an ancient semi-aquatic reptile that survived in isolation within the Congo's warm, deep, muddy waters, a prehistoric oasis where evolution never received the message that these creatures were supposed to die out. For the local people, it is neither theory nor debate. Mokele-Mbembe is real. It is the spirit of the river, and disturbing it brings consequences no expedition has ever been prepared for. When night falls over the Congo, darkness becomes absolute. Moonlight cannot pierce through the layers of leaves overhead, and in that complete darkness, people see things. Local hunters call them the eyes of the forest spirits. Lights that drift slowly through the jungle, not flickering like insects, but glowing steadily in blue and pale violet, moving in slow, coordinated patterns, sometimes following travelers through the trees, sometimes gathering near the water in ribbons of cold light. Western scientists once dismissed this as fireflies, but witnesses are consistent. The lights are far too large, far too organized, and far too deliberate to be insects. Biologists have confirmed that hundreds of species in the Congo possess bioluminescent abilities. Fungi bright enough to illuminate a human hand, beetles that glow for hours. But the large, moving, coordinated lights remain unexplained. One theory suggests a collective species, perhaps swarms of organisms that synchronize their glow to communicate, creating a moving sea of cold light. Another theory suggests that certain unknown amphibians or reptiles may carry bioluminescent bacteria on their skin, similar to deep-sea creatures. A Japanese expedition camping near Lake Tele, the very lake connected to the Mokele-Mbembe legend, recorded glowing lights rising from beneath the water. Thermal sensors detected that the area was 5 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than the rest of the lake. No volcanic activity was found. No explanation was ever given. The locals did not need one. To them, those lights are the souls of their ancestors, merged with the forest. When the lights appear, they go silent, no hunting, no loud voices, because the forest is listening. Perhaps the strangest discovery of all in the Congo is not a creature. It is the forest itself. In 2006, a European climate satellite detected something that left researchers speechless. The Congo forest was rising and falling, subtly, almost imperceptibly, but measurably. The tree roots and the deep, moist soil were expanding and contracting in a slow, steady rhythm, absorbing carbon dioxide, releasing moisture, cycling through a pattern that looked less like weather and more like breathing. Scientists named it the forest that breathes, and they discovered that a single breath of the Congo can alter wind directions and rainfall patterns as far away as the Atlantic Ocean. Beneath the forest, instruments have recorded rhythmic tremors, low vibrations with no connection to any earthquake or volcanic activity. In some areas, the soil warms and cools within hours, like a biological pulse. In 2011, researchers confirmed the existence of a subterranean river running nearly 2.5 miles below the surface, roughly 700 miles long, flowing in the opposite direction to the Congo River above it. Two rivers, one above, one below, one in light, one in total darkness. No one knows what lives down there. No one has ever looked. Local people call it the blood of the mother forest. They say the underground river caged. And when the ground trembles, the forest is simply turning in its long sleep. And then there are the people deep within the Congo, beyond every known survey route, live human communities that have never had contact with the modern world. More than 20 uncontacted groups are believed to exist within this forest. Most have never been recorded. The best known are the Muti, the forest pygmies, averaging just under 4.5 feet tall, capable of moving through the jungle in complete silence. They do not see the forest as a place they live in. They see it as a living god, a great mother who provides everything and asks only for respect in return. During their most sacred ceremony, the molimo performed when someone dies or when the forest is said to be grieving. They blow into long bamboo horns, producing deep resonant tones that echo through the night, like the voice of the jungle itself. They believe that sound wakes the forest, reminds it that it is loved. But beyond even the Mbuti satellite imagery, in 2018 revealed circular clearings deep in the jungle, geometric and deliberate, in regions no expedition had ever reached. When researchers tried to investigate, all navigation systems failed. After 3 days, they returned with one blurred photograph of a thatched hut and no other trace of life. Local villagers call them the shadowless ones, tribes who cover themselves in mud and ash so that even the forest does not recognize them as human. They avoid all outsiders, believing that contact brings disease and the forgetting of ancient knowledge. Whether they exist or not, these hidden communities are believed to hold something extraordinary knowledge of plants and medicines that modern science has never classified. Several treatments used by Congo tribes for malaria, pain, and venomous bites remain completely unidentified in any scientific record. And strangely, the areas believed to be their home are the same areas where GPS systems fail. Compasses spin without direction, radio signals die, and batteries drain in minutes for no known reason. Scientists suspect unusually strong local magnetic fields, but no source has ever been found. The locals believe the forest creates these dead zones on purpose, to protect what lives inside. The Congo Rainforest is not simply a jungle. It is a living world, one that breathes, pulses, glows, and guards its secrets with a ferocity that no expedition has ever truly overcome. A possible living dinosaur in its swamps, lights that move with impossible intelligence through its darkness. A forest that breathes like a single organism, an underground river flowing in the wrong direction beneath it all, and human communities who have chosen to remain invisible to the modern world. We call ourselves explorers. We call ourselves scientists. And yet, less than 1% of this place has ever been seen. Maybe the Congo doesn't need to be conquered or explained. Maybe it simply needs to be heard, because somewhere beneath the dark water, beneath the pulsing soil, beneath the canopy that blocks out the sky, something is still alive, something ancient, something patient, and it has been waiting a very long time.